going, y'all? Back here, a new damn video. It's your boy G. Let's get right down to it. Eagles versus Vikings. 4:25 primetime game. Well, not primetime, but game of the week. Consider it primetime. Us and the Vikings once again. You know, a lot of people are considering this a rivalry now. You know, and a lot of people are saying how, you know, our fans and their fans don't like each other now. And since what happened last year and we stole their chant, they first came to Philly and did whatever at the Rocky Steps, and then we took their skull and made falls. This is going to be a big game for us. It's a big game for them too. I mean, their season's on the line. I mean, back-to-back losses, and they got a tie involved. They're 1-2-1. They could have been 1-3. Everyone was expecting a lot of this team, you know, because they got Kirk Cousins in there now, a quarterback who's better quarterback, you know, the Case Keenum or Sam Bradford or whoever. They paid him all this money. I was expecting a lot out of the Vikings too. I was like, they already have the defense, you know, they already have this, they already have that, and they still have all that. So anything can happen. The biggest thing the Vikings have in this game is the revenge factor. That they came to Philly and we straight up dismantled them to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, we whooped on their asses hard. They were looking to win and have the Super Bowl at their house. You know, looking to have the Super Bowl at their home. You know what I mean? And we took that away from them. And I know their players are still pissed about the NFC Championship game. I know they are. There's no way you don't think about it. You know, we beat the doors off them. That's the factor they have going into it. They also have Kirk Cousins, who knows our defense. He played us twice a year for many years. But the way I'm looking at it is we have an advantage also where over the past few years we played the Vikings, okay, which is Wentz's rookie year. We beat the hell out of them. And it was at the link. We beat the hell out of them. I mean, the score doesn't really show it because they got some garbage time, whatever. But our defense was killing Sam Bradford. They were getting interceptions and everything. And Wentz in the run game was getting it done. I think this is back who do we have at running back? Christ, I can't even remember. Definitely wasn't Garrett Blount. I know we had Smallwood and we had a whole bunch of people. But yeah. That was Wentz's rookie year. Wentz had a bad game also, and we still won. He threw like a pick or two, but still we won that game. And then you have the NFC Championship game in Philly once again, and we straight up squashed them. This team is a whole totally different team. You know, our 2-2 record, our 2 wins are home, our 2 losses are on the road. Dating back to last year, okay, we were bad on the road. Our defense was bad on the road. Look at the Rams game. We won the game. Yeah, defense did make that one key stop. You know, they got the sack on Jared Goff and whatever, got the strip sack. But our offense was the one keeping us in that game. Defense has been bad on the road this year and somewhat near the end of last year. At the Giants, they played bad. Okay, but you get what I'm saying. The Viking season's on the line here, basically. Not really on the line, but they could be 1-3-1 right now. Our season could be on the line too, but if we lose this game, we go 2-3, and then we got to versus the Giants at their house. You know, that could be smack dead 2-4 right in the face. But I'm looking at it and I'm going, you know what? They have the revenge factor, the Vikings. Yeah, they do. But our defense needs to get back on track. And this secondary, minus Malcolm Jenkins, is terrible. Okay? But at home, they play really, really well, our secondary. So I'm hoping for a good performance out of the secondary. You need it. They got Adam Thielen. They got Stephon Diggs. They got Kyle Rudolph. They got all types of weapons. You know, Dalvin Cook is back now, running back. He also can catch it out the backfield. He's a hell of a talent. But I'm looking at it and I'm going, if our defense can just show up this game, and if our offense can produce, you know, Doug needs to fix this right now. Last week, you're throwing the ball 52 times. Last week was basically Wentz's second preseason game, if you want to be honest, because he just came back from injury, didn't play any preseason, didn't even practice. He got cleared for contact on Wednesday, went right in on Sunday against the Colts, won the game, okay? Then last week, he played phenomenal so far. Think about it. This is like his second preseason game, okay? He threw for, 300-something yards last week, had 2 touchdowns. Yeah, he did have a fumble, but it's whatever. This is basically Wentz's third preseason game now, if you want to look at it that way. But last week, 52 passes, and I think 20 runs or less, I can't remember. But the reason last year we were so successful was because of the run game. I read a stat somewhere when we rushed for 100 yards total, or if we run the ball a certain amount of time, Doug Peterson's like 10-3. So I don't get why he doesn't see that and just do that. That's what happened last year. We started out a little shaky. We were still winning, but he was passing like crazy. And then finally, someone stood outside of the the what do you call it? The NovaCare Center, okay, with a run the ball sign. Next thing you know, we went into the Chargers game. I think it was week 4 or week 5, can't remember, and we ran the hell out the ball. Ran the hell out the ball with Blunt, and that's what we're missing. We're missing a bruiser like Blunt because Jay Ajayi's one hit away from being done. Corey Clement's on and off. Smallwood really ain't all that, okay, and he really is not good at all at pass protection, okay. So, but we need to get the run game going. I don't care if it's Josh Adams, who it is. You know, if we just do a running back by committee, pound the ball, and do a split 50-50. You pass it 30 times, you run it 30 times. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know sometimes the game gets out of hand, you start losing leads, and you need to start passing. I understand that. But you had the lead. It was 17-3 last week, and you're still passing the football, okay? That needs to stop. This game right here, that's what you need to do. Because the 2 times we did beat them, okay, the Vikings. I know they're different teams now and everything, blah, blah, but it's the same head coach and almost basically the same defense. We did ground and pound, and then we threw in the things are looking shaky. I mean, and that's all. That's the way I look at it. You can't have Wentz dropping back 52 times. Our offensive line is terrible in pass protection. Terrible. I was going back watching plays from last week. I'm surprised Wentz completed a beautiful ball to Alshon, boom, right over there, and he also got hit on that play. Or Peters got smashed back into him, and he almost got hit in the knee, and he fell, but he got the ball off. The offensive line pass protection has been terrible. The run protection's been perfect. It's been really good. But I don't know what's going on with our offensive line. I don't know how bad. I don't know why they've been playing so bad. They were number 1 in the league last year once they got going. But I think they need that run game. We need to run the ball a little bit, get their juices flowing, then we could pass a little bit. Short passes, get the ball out of Wentz's hand early, feed it to Zach Ertz. Now Alshon's back, and you've seen the effect last week of Alshon. Mark this down. If Alshon Jeffrey didn't play last week, if he was still hurt, we lose that game like bad. Like we probably don't even get those points on the board. All right, that's just me being honest. But like I said, Jordan Matthews comes back now. Aguilar can't catch. Now Ertz is dropping balls. Last year he had no drops. Now the last game he had 3. And so something with Jordan Matthews, I don't know. I'm just thinking. But all I got to say is this: I have a good feel we can go in there and get a victory. We're not going there, but we can go into this game and get a victory at home. Lincoln Financial Field. You see Wentz's record. I think he's like 13-2 at home, something like that. His record is. I can't remember. And this team just plays better at home. You know, the fans are going to be there. They're going to be pumped. They're going to be rowdy, but you got to get it done. And I believe they can. I think the odds were stacked against us more last year in the NFC Championship game than they were this year, right now, versus the Vikings. Vikings are very beatable. You know, I thought they were like a powerhouse team. They were going to blow past people. That's the same thing I thought about the Eagles too. That's the same thing I thought about multiple other teams, and they've been underperforming. The Falcons are 1-3 right now. You get what I'm saying? And they got hella weapons down there. But the Vikings, they could definitely be beat. You look at the Buffalo Bills game; they almost got shut out. The Packers game, that was a shootout. But then again, it's a rivalry game. I look at the Rams game, that was like a shootout game basically. So our offense needs to be able to keep up with their offense if our defense starts to mess up. But I believe we can get this victory here. It's going to be tougher than people think. People are just saying we're just going to blow past them. I don't think it's going to be that easy. They do got Kirk Cousins, like I said. He played with us many years. They do got John DeFilippo as their offensive coordinator, which I am a little worried about because he knows our offense. He knows Wentz like the back of his hand because he was a QB coach here. And he's a hell of a coordinator. I mean, honestly, I wish we would have just made him the offensive coordinator and not even let him leave Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Not even let him leave to go to Minnesota to become the OC. But that's just my thoughts. Let's go Birds. Hopefully, let's walk out with a victory. It's going to be tougher than people think, but I think we can pull through. Wentz just needs time. Protection needs to be there, and you got Jalen Mills lined up against Stephon Diggs. I had him feeling this is not good. But let's go Birds. Hope for the best. And comment below on your thoughts. How do you guys feel about the game, and what do you think we got to do to win? Go Birds.